There is nothing more pathetic than an internet prankster. They're responsible for the most atrocious content on the internet that is only watched by people there to make fun of them. It's remarkable the type of sick content they proudly publish, like sucker punching people in public and holding them up at gunpoint. I can't believe this is considered comedy in their eyes. And if the world decided that all harassment pranksters should be banished from the face of the earth, I can't see anyone disagreeing with that proposition. Case in point, there's a new prankster on the loose who's made it their life's mission to harass the elderly, all in the name of content.
Whoa, watch your cart, tough guy. Parents didn't teach you no manners?
Guess not.
Guess not, man. Yeah, you need to watch yourself around there. Guys like you, easy pickings.
This guy really set all his attributes to zero. He's got absolutely nothing admirable in any shape or form, and making old people victims of his pranks? That's pretty low. Not that this can even be considered a prank. I've said before, modern pranksters aren't even making something that could be classified as a joke. It's just harassing and being as annoying as possible to others, using other people as props for their own amusement. I guarantee this guy was a bully who peaked in middle school. No shot he got any sort of admiration after the age of 13. You'd have to be desperate for attention if you decide to harass old people. And speaking of, the guy that he's chosen doesn't engage with him at all, yet this loser still continues to try and get some sort of reaction out of them.
You must be new around here, huh? It's your first time in Baltimore?
How about yourself?
I've lived here 25 years.
I'm calling his bluff right there. No shot he's 25. That's a bigger lie told than the time Kellogg's tried to convince the world that sugar doesn't make you fat. I'd say he's 20 at best. Maybe closer to 18, probably just finished flunking out of high school and decided he doesn't need an education when he can pursue clout. Though, I think it is important to call attention to how much of a pussy he really is. If he tried this same shtick with somebody in his age group, he'd get his ass kicked. He knows elderly people aren't going to fight back, which is why he's harassing them.
I'm just trying to get by, pipsqueak.
Huh?
I need to get by this way. I got OCD, so I gotta walk around on the right every single time, you know? Yeah. Got a problem with me?
Nothing I know of.
Wow, this is remarkable for how absolutely awful this is. Obviously, it could be much worse, but this is just so dull regardless. Even if he didn't look like a scumbag in this video, how could he possibly think this would be remotely entertaining? He definitely has a couple screws loose. I feel like if he loses one more brain cell, his next video is going to be something like taking candy from a baby. Like I said before, I'm confident the only people that watch pranksters are those there to make fun of them. But in this case, you're actually putting in more effort making fun of him because his content's just not worth anyone's time. Unless you're like me and decided to make a video shaming this asshole and talking about their degeneracy.
Standing here looking me in my eye, trying to do a stare down or something. I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm just trying to get my ice cream and go home, that's all.
Damn! That line goes hard. The testosterone in this Giga Chad was oozing from his body when he said, "I don't want any trouble, mate. I'm just here to get my ice cream and go home." Yeah, right, dweeb. I can't believe I've resorted to calling this guy a dweeb, but he's checked off every term for a loser known to man. Now, I've been open in public about my opinions towards harassing the elderly online for some attention. In fact, one instance that still resonates in the back of my mind was a Kick streamer who filmed her friends twerking on elderly citizens live on stream. And that instance really shows how low people will go for attention online, and that the term respect your elders has been thrown out the goddamn window. But I already made a video talking about her, and you can check that out, link in the description. Around the same time as this streamer, there was another prankster on TikTok who, just like the previous one, dedicated their life to harassing old people. However, unlike the previous one, this guy was somehow banished to the Shadow Realm. I tried to find the original account, but it seems like he must have cracked from being mocked so much because it no longer exists. So maybe there is hope that all these innocent pranksters can be exterminated. Point is, harassment pranks are not uncommon, and one trend that blew up around this time was spraying old people in public with garden hoses found at your local Home Depot or Lowe's.
Oh snap! Oh! I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn it off. I didn't know how to turn it off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you help me? I didn't know how to turn it off. I think it's off now. Oh snap! Oh.
I learned about this particular prank from Moist Critical, and as he points out, it was a prank gone wrong, which is such a fucking clickbait title. Nothing goes wrong in this prank. It goes exactly according to plan. He turned on the hose, pretended it was an accident, as it sprayed the senior citizens that walked by. All of them just shrugged it off. Nobody got combative, started throwing hands, nothing like that. They were about as mellow as you could be in this situation. Like I said before, this particular prank was a bit of a trend for a while, which may have inspired that kick streamer during this time to take it to the next level. I don't know. What I do know is their reason for targeting them, and it's very simple. It's because they know 99% of the time, old people won't fight back. But what happens when the prank ignites that 1%?
Does your mother know that you're fucking pain in the ass?
Do you kiss your wife with that mouth?
Oh. What did he even do?
Now these losers are a particular case because unlike all the others mentioned, these two go out of their way to cause a scene when harassing old people, and I can't stress that enough. In fact, just take a look at what they have to say before starting their prank.
Alright guys, we're at Walmart today and we're gonna be obviously recording people in public. I'm talking like in their face.
As you guys know from the recent videos, I like to get hit a lot.
Sir! This is what you want? Get out of my face! Don't bend me over!
Really appreciate them creating this montage of them getting their ass kicked by old people. Really makes it easier for me to find this without contributing to their viewership. Now, while there is a chance it's fake and meant to be staged, I find that very hard to believe based on their engagement, because despite being public nuisance pranksters, their engagement to subscriber ratio is actually impressive. Not that I'm trying to give them any benefit of the doubt. In fact, with just a quick glance of their characteristics, you'll see why they're somewhat unlikable. Mr. What's Up Doc is defaming Bugs Bunny's good name while wearing that hoodie, rocking that douchebag frat guy looking hairstyle. Meanwhile, his partner in crime is somehow worse, being the punching bag throughout these pranks. Not only that, while Blondie is just a knockoff Mr. Beast, Scooter there seems to be a satirical clone of Scott the Woz, which is disrespectful because Scott is an absolute legend, and this dude's making fun of him just by existing. So maybe he needs a blue border to keep him in check or something, but both these pranksters are just turbo losers. Also, I find it comical how in the description of this video they have the gall to ask, why does everybody fight us? So yeah, just an absolute tragedy that's happening online. My heart goes out to any old folk that have experienced being treated like this. It should go without saying, but senior citizens are people too and deserve to be treated as such, not as props who only serve to aid clout-obsessed losers online in pursuit of attention. Stop pranking old people. In fact, just stop pranking people in general. Get a life and do something productive with it instead of walking all over others in order to give your pathetic excuse for one meaning. I know that's harsh, but so is the truth. I just had to talk about this, and that's really about it. So,